Welcome to the Functional Living Podcast, featuring your hosts, Dr. Jeff Cumro.
You can't live a 3 out of 10 on the lifestyle scale and expect to have a 10 out of 10 on health. It just doesn't work that way.
And Dr. Jared Leon.
We want you to live at a higher quality of life, thereby having a better everyday existence.
Functional Living is the show that is dedicated to your higher quality of life. These are tried and true solutions from two nationally acclaimed health and wellness experts.
Our goal in this journey is quite simple, is to give our listeners a small understanding of what we've done and what we see every single day to better patient lives.
Learn how you can live a higher quality of life today.
You're going to be much happier. You're going to be much healthier.
And now, introducing your hosts, Dr. Jeff Cumro and Dr. Jared Leon.
Hey, Dr. Jeff, it's Dr. Jared again. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing really well, Dr. Jared. Good talking to you. Looking forward to tonight's conversation.
Awesome. So tonight I believe we're going to be talking about proper exercise. Is that correct? And our 5 pillars of health?
I think exercise is a very, very good topic. I'm definitely looking forward to this.
So let's get rocking. I don't know about you, but did you hit the gym today, buddy?
I did.
Awesome. Me as well. Don't you feel better throughout your day?
Always helps me. Great stress relief. Gets me going. Gets me energized.
Awesome. So, hey, just so we know, is there any possibility you can tell me any other thing beyond the street drug, by the way? We're not talking street drugs, we're chiropractors, but what else can give you an amazing endorphin rush, give you tons of energy throughout your day, 100% anti-cancer throughout every level of every cell, allow you to inspire, breathe better, feel better, and globally better well-being for a 30 to 35-minute workout? What do you think about that? You know anything else you can do?
I really don't know anything about street drugs, but I would almost guarantee that exercise is going to be at the top of that list.
That was awesome. I didn't say I did either, but I just know from patient experiences. Okay. So why don't we talk about some basics? All right. So exercise. People have all of these amazing trends. Okay. There's so many trendy things, and today is not the day to talk trends in, out, and stuff like that. But the reality is, we're going to recommend something quite profound and quite easy. I'm going to challenge every listener to get into a proper exercise mentality. And all I'm going to ask them to do is to move 3 times a week for 20 minutes without stop. That's part 1. We'll get into part 1 in a minute. Part 2, I challenge them to use some version of their own body weight or some kind of weight training, functional weight training, CrossFit training, some kind of training with the look of a weight or your body for 20 minutes every other day, or 3 times a week. And then that last day, I like to call that one proper rest and relaxation all day. How do you like that?
I think that's a great way to start. And, you don't even have to break these into different days if you don't want to. If you've only got 3 days where you have time to work out, you can do both of them on the same day if you really need to.
Love it. I'm all about working smarter, not harder, right? So it's all about the way it works, man. As long as you work out and you work out with massive intensity, the way I like to do it is everything's about interval training. So if I'm going to do, say, pick a body part, it won't matter. I'm not going to have a 2 to 3 minute rest time. So if I bang out 15 reps, I literally want to only maybe take 15 seconds, 30 seconds in between rep 1 finish into set 2. I'm ready. Because then my heart rate is going to keep going up and down, and now we're getting an advanced cardiovascular burn by really targeting muscle, which is pretty awesome. What's another good trick you got? I know you have a lot, man. You're in great shape. Give me another one, Dr. Jeff. Go ahead.
It always just amazes me how parallel everything is with us. Our practices are very similar. Our exercise styles are very similar. I'm so glad that you brought up interval training, because that is one of the things that I've done for a long, long time, and something I feel very, very strongly about.
Me as well.
One thing that I want to throw in that a lot of people forget about is it's not just about the stretching, or it's not just about the exercise, but you also have to put in the stretching time too, and that's a form of exercise as well.
Very true. So even in that, stretching the old school, everyone just held, bend over or hold the stretch and stay there. Now, we're all about functional living, and that's all about the listeners listening. So we want you to be functional. So I'm totally cool if you want to do a stretch and you can move through it. You could do stuff. Look how much advanced yoga there is now. I mean, you can move. You can do some cool stuff. So if you like a static stretch, you know what? If that's all you got and that's all you know, do it. If if you like to do a functional stretch and bring it's tough with, we're on the radio here or we're on iTunes, you're listening to us in a car, so it's tough. But if you actually email either of us, we can actually send you either a quick video montage of what a stretch looks like. If you have a question, me and Dr. Jeff don't mind doing any of that stuff. We can find the research. We can show it to you just so we're clear on if there's any questions or thoughts, please feel free. But you can move through a stretch, okay? I'm totally a fan of that. You should stretch on off throughout your day, to be honest with you. How many people go to a job and sit there for 6 to 8 hours, Jeff, and don't move?
I agree, and it's one of the worst things that you can possibly do, but it seems like more and more people are moving to that type of work every single day. So it's something we have to be diligent about turning around.
Correct. So why don't we get back into this? Again, as we said, it's either a 6-day a week, 3-day a week, even if you have a 1-day a week protocol. To be candid, man, it's better than 0. So as we said in the last 2-3 modules, all we're trying to teach you is 1 or 2 baby steps a day to challenge you, to allow you to do something different than the day before, to give you global wellness, right? So it's all about wellness. So you can look at it this way. Pick an age, whatever age you are. Do you feel your age? That's your first question I ask every patient. Do you feel your age? Do you feel better or worse than your chronological age? 9 out of 10 people that I see, what do you think they say, Dr. Jeff?
I guarantee they say that they feel older.
And I say that is so sad, man. I say if you feel older now, so I go, hey, what are you going to feel like in 10 years? And they're like, holy man, you're right. And I go, well, what are you willing to do about it? What are you changing? What are you thinking of changing? Are you willing to listen to recommendations? And that's where, well, that's the challenge, man. So we don't want to go too deep into that today. Why don't we talk a little bit about some other exercise concepts that people might have thoughts of on the phone? So why don't we talk a basic concept about what would me and you consider anything cool to do for 20 consecutive minutes, to stimulate your heart rate?
Really,
let's say some things.
It doesn't even matter what you do as long as you get your heart rate up. If you enjoy walking and that actually...
Was that easy? Was that science or what? That is as easy as it gets. So you mean you can literally go walk your kids in a stroller for 20 straight minutes?
Yeah, play with your kids. Vacuum your house. I mean, there's a lot of things. If it gets your heart rate up, it counts as exercise.
How about just straight old-fashioned jumping jacks?
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Phenomenal. I do them all the time.
Me as well. It's a great way to stimulate everything, get the blood flowing, and then you're ready to go work out. So there's a combo right there. Do some little basic jumping jacks, jump on the floor, and do some push-ups or squats. Use the body, and there it is. We're done for the day.
Exactly.
You needed no equipment, no gym fee. You got nothing there except your own body, the floor, and you're good to go.
I agree.
So,
I love to run, and a lot of people are intimidated by running, but you don't have to start out with running. You just have to start out with something that is challenging to you.
Perfect. One of my favorite things I recommend to patients, especially patients who are not seasoned runners, walk for 2 minutes. Pick a friend, find the family. Walk for 2 minutes. For the next minute, use a stopwatch. Everyone has some cool iPhone or iGadget or some other company. So pick out your phone, hit a stopwatch, 2 minutes. After that, for 1 minute, walk double time. Double speed, whatever that is. So if you're walking really slow, so now it's like 2 turtles moving next to each other. It's okay. But the truth is, double time, 1 minute. Go back to 2 minutes, minute, 2, on, off. You're probably not going to be sweating. You're not going to be overheated. You're not going to be tired. But the good news is you will feel really good. Give me another good principle.
I do a lot of that interval training, and a lot of runners out there say that I'm not a true runner because I do interval training. But you know what? It works better. It burns fat faster. It burns calories faster. You get faster. I mean, there are so many benefits to interval training. It's amazing. So,
and it's more fun to start with because people don't get fatigued out, right? Because if you want to just go start running and you've been on the couch for 10 years, you're going to hurt a body part. It's not going to just go smooth. But if you go a minute, 2, or pick an interval that you love, to be honest, listeners, but I like a minute and 2 minutes, or 2 minutes slower, 1 minute faster, you get a little bit out of breath, you have 2 minutes to catch up and do it again. It's easier. I've had people in their 80s, seriously, doing this with no problems. And if you can only go 10 minutes, then it's quite simple. Until you're out of time, you go 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute, you're done. It's okay. If you can only go 5 minutes because you have a severe spinal condition like spinal stenosis, go 5 minutes, go 2 minutes. But remember, the challenge of today is do one thing you didn't do yesterday. So again, proper exercise, we're going to redefine right now. You ready? Are you ready for it? Dr. Jeff, are you ready, buddy? Let's go talk about real fast.
I'm ready
proper
for it.
exercise. Here it is. You ready? You got to get off your ass and do something for at least 15, 20 minutes a day. We're going to have fun. If you're not smiling, it's not going to work. If you have a negative thought, which we're going to get into the next principles anyway, it ain't going to work. Drop it. Don't even go to the gym that day. Just call that day another day. Okay? You got to have a good mindset. Go to the gym. Go build the gym. Build in your own home. If you build it, they will come. They'll come to your house, man. Enjoy yourself. Go to nature. It's going to be springtime at some point in New York. I don't know when, but it's coming. Go outside. You know? So, again, walk, run, swim, jog, bike. Easy 5 things. It could be any of those things. Just pick one of them. You can crawl. I don't care. Just go crawl for 20 minutes. You'll have some fun.
One thing I want to say, like before we close this module out, if you're going to do strength training of any kind and you only have time for one thing, I would recommend doing core strengthening, because I know that I see it every day in practice. I know you see it every day in practice, but core weakness leads down a pretty bad path.
Well said. I mean, look, again, I was trying to hold back our scientific background, but the truth is the core is the king, especially for your central nervous system, especially to integrate your cerebellum and your cortex. So there's really nothing better than core. But what I think we'll do is, it's so important.
We'll go deeper.
You should do a specific core module.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so we're going to put that down. Listen, listeners, once again, we honor that you listen, and we thank you so much for all your kind respect, your words, the words of wisdom. Take one thing of today. I challenge you, change tomorrow. Do one thing different than you did today. Have a good day and be well. Dr. Jeff, once again, you're awesome, buddy, and you have a good day.
Great talking to you, Dr. Jared. Have a good night.
You've been listening to the Functional Living Podcast with Dr. Jeff Cumro and Dr. Jared Leon. If this podcast helped you find the path to your higher quality of life, be sure to subscribe and leave us a rating or review.